Have you ever downloaded an app that knew something it shouldn't? Because this story changed my life forever. It started on a random Tuesday night. I couldn't sleep. So I was scrolling through Reddit, looking for weird AI tools. One post caught my attention. It had over 40,000 upvotes. The title was simple. This AI predicts the exact moment your life changes. Most comments called it fake. Some people laughed, others had deleted their accounts. That should have been my first warning. The app didn't exist in the App Store. It wasn't on Google Play. There was only one download link. I hesitated, then I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I installed it. When I opened the app, there was no logo, no menu, no settings, just one sentence. Allow full access, contacts, location, camera, microphone, everything. I should have closed it. Instead, I pressed allow. The screen went completely black. For almost 10 seconds, nothing happened. Then, a single sentence appeared. Scanning your future. The loading bar moved painfully slowly. 20%, 40, 70. Finally, 100. I expected some random personality test. Instead, the app displayed only one line. You have 6 days remaining. No explanation, no countdown, just those words. I laughed. Seriously, I actually laughed. I thought it was just another creepy marketing trick. Until my phone rang. It was my mom. The first thing she said was, I don't know why, but I had a terrible feeling about you today. For the first time, I looked back at the screen. The message hadn't changed. 6 days remaining. I tried deleting the app. Nothing happened. I restarted my phone. The app was still there. I factory reset the phone. It came back by itself. Then, exactly 1 minute later, I received my first notification. Day 1 has begun. I wish I had thrown that phone away, because what happened the next morning made me believe the app was telling the truth. To be continued. The next morning, I woke up to another notification. 5 days remaining. The app wasn't joking. I still couldn't delete it. I even bought a brand new phone, transferred nothing, created a brand new Apple ID. By the evening, the app was already installed. No download, no login. It was just there. That's when I started getting scared, so I decided to test it. I typed one question. How do I stop this? The AI replied instantly. You already had your chance. No typing animation, no loading, just an answer. I slammed my phone down. Then another notification appeared. Look outside. I froze. Slowly. I walked to the window. Nothing. Empty street. I actually felt relieved. Then my phone vibrated again. Wrong window! My heart stopped. I turned toward the kitchen. There was a small window above the sink. I looked out and saw a man standing perfectly still across the street. He wasn't looking at the houses. He was looking directly at me. I grabbed my phone to call 911. Before I could dial, another notification appeared. Don't call them. I looked back outside. The man was gone. I locked every door, closed every curtain, turned off every light. I didn't sleep at all. Around 3:17 a.m., my phone lit up one more time. Good. You're finally taking this seriously. Then, for the first time, the app showed me a picture. It was my house, taken from outside. The timestamp was exactly 30 seconds in the future. I ran to the front door, opened it. Nobody. Nothing. I looked down. There was only one thing on the porch. A small black envelope. My name was written on it. Inside, there was just one sentence. Tomorrow, don't answer your phone. To be continued. I didn't sleep that night. The black envelope stayed on my kitchen table. I kept reading the same sentence. Tomorrow, don't answer your phone. The next morning, the app updated again, 4 days remaining. I turned my phone off completely. I didn't want to see another notification. For a few hours, everything felt normal. Then, around noon, my phone started ringing. Even though it was powered off, no battery icon, no Apple logo, just ringing. The caller ID said, me, not my number, just me. I remembered the note, so I ignored it. The phone stopped. 5 seconds later, it rang again, me, again, again, again. 23 missed calls, every single one. From myself, finally. I couldn't take it anymore. I answered. For 3 seconds, there was only breathing. Then, I heard my own voice, calm, terrified. It said, whatever happens, don't let him inside. The call ended. At that exact second, someone knocked on my front door. 3 slow knocks. I looked through the peephole. Nobody. Then I remembered. The photo, the AI knew everything. I stepped back. Another knock. This time, a voice, exactly like mine. Open the door. I couldn't breathe. Then, my phone vibrated one last time. The app had one final notification. Congratulations. You ignored every warning, except the first one. Confused, I looked at the countdown. It changed from 4 days remaining to 0 seconds remaining. The screen went black. The app disappeared forever. I stood there waiting. Nothing happened. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. I started laughing. Maybe it really was just a prank. Then my laptop turned on by itself. A new email appeared from me. The subject line read, "Now it's your turn to warn yourself," and attached was a photo taken through my bedroom window. So let me ask you something. If your future self tried to save your life, would you listen? Or would you make the same mistake I did? Maybe we'll never meet again. So subscribe before the next story finds someone else.